Welcome to Tom's Warhammer Minis. In today's video, we're purging the heretic, with the focus being on the relatively new Sisters of Battle jump pack Canoness. Leading the charge to the skies above, the Canoness is the ultimate shining form of purity and devotion to the God Emperor. They are veterans and slayers of the faithless and will show no mercy to the unclean. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how I've painted my Canoness using the Citadel contrast painting method, focusing on the box art colour scheme, the Order of our Martyred Lady. It's a straightforward guide, but if you've seen my Captain Centos guide, then you'll be familiar with how I will approach the armour, where essentially I'm painting it in the highlight colour, then using black to create the box art colour, but avoiding all of the edges, meaning highlights don't have to be applied. But it's time now to show devotion to the God Emperor, so grab your paints and your brushes, roll your miracle dice, and let's get hobbying. Alrighty then, to begin with, I've primed my Canoness in White Scar. I want a nice bright vivid finish, and it works really well with contrast paints. Now to begin with, I've taken Gryph Charger Grey and I've created a 1-to-1 mix with Lahmium Medium. Now I am painting the Order of our Martyred Lady, so you'd probably think, why not start with black? By doing the grey colours first, I'm building up that transition, which is going to give me a natural highlight. So when I paint black, if I avoid all the edges, it means the highlights will all be done for me. And Gryph Charger Grey is a really nice colour. It's practically the box art edge highlighting colour that you see. So I applied it all over, let it dry neatly. Let it pour into the recesses, but not too heavily. Once it's completely dry, I want those recesses to be a bit darker. It's going to really help when I apply the black in the next stage. So I've taken Nuln Oil and just shaded it all over. Now as you see with the Gryph Charger Grey, I have applied it to the pearl beads, because it's the exact matching colour, as well as the iconography. Don't need to shade the iconography with Nuln Oil, so things like the fleur-de-lis, just leave it in that Gryph Charger Grey. We'll be relaying those with something brighter later. So as you can see, I've applied my black detail, and the colour I've used here is Black Templar, and I haven't thinned it down at all. Now it's going to look rather chunky what I've done with that theory in mind. I've avoided all the edges and where areas of light hit the most. We're going to do and fix this in the next stage, but for now, we're just applying it all over, and I'd recommend using the box art just as reference image to see where all those highlights are from the heavy metal team. Use a small airbrush, just be patient, and it will save a lot of time in the long run. Next up, we're going to correct that black armour, keeping those highlights in place, but really just giving that real rich black tone. And once again, I'm taking Black Templar, but in this time, I'm using a big palette, the one from Citadel, and I'm creating a 4-to-4 mix of Lahmium Medium and Black Templar. So 4 parts Lahmium Medium, 4 parts Black Templar. And with that, I'm adding a single drop of Black Legion. This is going to really give us the rich black tone, but the thinness of the Black Templar. And I'm not avoiding the edges this time, I've applied it all over. Think of it like a shade this time. Don't apply it too heavily on the edges, and it will still leave the highlight in place, but it's really going to tone it down, so it creates this natural, subtle highlight. Things like the armor pads, they're going to be silver. I'm keeping it to the box art. And take your time, not too heavy, and you should end up like this. It's time to move on to our next details, and to begin with, I'm starting with the brown leather. Now, in the box art, it is a lot darker than the colour you're seeing here. This is just a foundation colour like I've done before, and the colour I've used is Gore Grunta Fur. So over the gloves, over the little satchel, as well as the main leather harness around the waist. Just apply a thin even there all over. While that's drying, I've worked on the cloak. Now, the Order of our Martyred Lady have bright red robes, but the insides have this Sigvuld Burgundy colour. Traditionally, it was painted in Screamer Pink. Sigvuld Burgundy is the perfect matching colour, and it gives you that natural contrast effect of shading and a subtle highlight. And I've applied this over the weapon handle too. Next up, it's time to take the brown details that little bit further. And I've used Cygor Brown. Now it's quite a dark colour. I've thinned it down with a 1-to-1 mix of Lahmium Medium. It's going to keep the richness of the Gore Grunta Fur. It's going to really darken it down, put into those recesses, and create a brown that matches the box art. While that's drying, I've taken some Baal Red. I've applied this all over the red details. So the cloak, the hood, the elbow sleeves. It's going to look quite flat. We're going to enrich it later. To save time, because the base is quite open and empty, being it a flying model, I've taken some astro granite and I've applied it all over. The base does have its own textured soil. Now I want it to match with the astro granite, so I've just applied it all over where the soil was too. It's going to really tie it all together at the end. And we're moving on to our next set of colours. To begin with, I've done the flesh of the face. Now I've taken Guilliman flesh and I've thinned it down in the 1:1 ratio with Lahmium Medium. Applied it all over, let it dry, and I've applied a second layer. It has slightly caught the hair. Let it settle into the recesses beneath the hood. And that's okay, because the hair is just a couple of strands. We're going to pick those out as a highlight at the end. For the red cloak, I've wanted to enrich it further. So I've taken Blood Angel's Red. And again, I thinned this down. In this one, it's a 3:1 ratio. 3 parts Lahmium Medium to 1 part Blood Angel's Red. It's quite a heavy red. Especially when painting it over Baal Red, we just want a subtle shift, still keeping the richness of that original colour. And finally, for the base, focusing on that little monument and that bit of ruin, I used Castellax Bronze. Just one thin coat here, and it does the job. It's time to base coat our final details, and I'm keeping it nice and simple here. For all of the silvers, I've taken Iron Warriors and applied a thin coat all over. This is the little cables that you can see on the jetpack, as well as around the neck. The actual jetpack itself, as well as the axe blade. Now on the box art, the shoulder pad trims are in silver. I've opted for gold, it's just my choice, but I think it helps to make the models stand out more. But if you were to apply silver, I'd have applied it there too. Our gold is nice and simple, classic Retributor armour. And lastly, my final base coat is Stormhost Silver. I applied this in 2 little areas on the axe. The little power node, as well as the little energy cable. Power node's only on one side, the energy cable's on both. And I'll be using a contrast paint to pick those out in the next stage. Next up, I've taken some Frost Heart. Nice and simple, I've only taken a small bounce, just a small bit on the brush. I've applied it over the power node and the power cable of the axe. Now it's time to do some shading. My first colour of choice is Nuln Oil. Very classic for all of the silver details, but I haven't just applied it there. I've applied it onto the base of the astro granite and also the Sigvuld Burgundy colour. And as you can probably see on just the weapon handle itself, really settles into those recesses and gives a much vibrant, darker colour, but the pink still remains. And finally, I've taken Reikland Flesh Shade. Nice and simple, all over the gold, as well as the Castellax Bronze on the base. But I've also applied a small layer just over the face, just to really enrich those recesses. And with that, our Canoness with the jetpack is now battle ready. And she does look amazing. But we're not leaving her there. We're going to apply a few highlights and really make her stand out. It's time to begin our highlighting. It's going to be really super simple and quick here, because our base coat colours, especially following this guide, have done most of the work for us. Starting with the red, I've taken Wild Rider Red. Now this orangey red is going to be perfect, neat and crisp, especially for our Baal Red colour. Just thin edge highlights here. But I also want the red just to pop that a little bit further. There's some nice sharp corners here, so I've applied spot highlights of Fire Dragon Bright. Next up, I've taken some White Scar. And for all of that Sisters of Battle iconography, I've highlighted it on there, including the beads, the hair, and I've also dotted the eyes. Next up, I'm applying a dry brush of Ulthuan Grey. I'm doing this over the black details. Not all of them, just the ones that light really hits the most. The highlight that I've already created is pretty much there. It's just really to make it pop a little bit more. I'm also going to dry brush this over the base. So things like the kneecaps where light hits the most. Apply a very gentle dry brush. along the base, just dry brush it all over. I'm just going to do it all over. Next up, I've taken some pink horror. I've used this to highlight the inside Sigvuld Burgundy of the cape. I've also used this to do little dot highlights on the weapon handle, but I haven't done it on every single area, just this little strip right across the front here where light hits the most. After that, I've taken some Cygor Brown and I've highlighted all of the brown leather details. For the face, I've taken some Abaddon black, just a tiny dot to do the eyes. And finally, for the face itself, I've applied a couple of small area dot highlights of flayed one flesh. We're on to our final highlights now, and we're focusing on the metallic details. To begin with, starting with the gold, I've taken Liberator Gold. Very classic thin golden paint, perfect for bright highlighting. Next up, I've taken a small dry brush and I've applied Sycorax Bronze to the base detailing. I'm going to add some verdigris in a second, but to begin with, I want the edge highlighting in place. And finally, for all of our silver details, I've used Iron Breaker. Simple edge highlighting, but I've also picked out all the rivets. Once that was done, I took a small dry brush and stippled on some blood for the blood god. Perfect way to show that she's cleansing the heretics. And now I'm on to the last two details, starting with the jetpack. Now, previously base coated them in gold. We've got 3 bright buttons right on the top there. Simply a small coat of Blood Angel's Red. And then finally, for the verdigris for the bronze building at the bottom, I've taken some Pterodon turquoise. I've taken a really old battered brush, simply stippled it on, so like a dry brush, getting most of it off, and then dab, 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 just randomly, no particular patterning, just going to give it this more older verdigris look. And with that, our Canoness is done. Just going to apply a couple of tufts, and I'll be able to showcase her. And the Canoness with jump pack is complete. Gotta say, she is a cool addition to the Sisters of Battle range. The Order of the Martyred Ladies is a relatively easy scheme, but those armour highlights though, they can take quite a long time to do, especially if you want them to look right. And those curved areas on the knee armour have always been my personal bane when it comes to additional painting as well as glazing. But my method of the grey paint first and further black mixing in really saves time, a lot of stress, and for once I'm really personally proud of the curved armour that I've done. It's definitely given me some ideas of upcoming content on the channel. Now, speaking of my channel, I'm still in the early days of growing. Your support helps and encourages me to make more meaningful as well as unseen but really well needed tutorials. So if this or my other tutorials have helped or inspired, then please give them that like, hit that subscribe button, and better still, let me know what you'd like to see in future content. Until the next video though, look after yourselves and happy hobbying.